Well, today we're introducing you to a veteran who created a culinary training program that helps unemployed vets achieve a successful career while fulfilling their passion for cooking. He's this week's 4-star Chicagoan. Here's a look at Dan Gibbons and Cafe Liberty.
We discovered and identified a need to be more than just the organization that provides a fish for somebody to eat for a day. We wanted to provide job training so people can teach themselves how to fish and eat for a lifetime.
You're not going to find an opportunity like this anywhere. It was like winning the lottery for me, honestly, because I love cooking.
Cafe Liberty is a culinary training school for veterans or members of a veteran's family to help improve their quality of life.
Tomato concasse. Very lightly with the paring knife, you're going to do a little X. Drop it in our boiling water. You can take the skin off really easily. It peels right off. It's a much nicer presentation and a nicer flavor. Any questions so far?
Our class is 11 weeks, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 to 3. From week 1, learning knife skills, and week 2, learning soups and sauces.
Our garnish on this soup is going to be pesto.
And learning and getting their safety and sanitation license. They are employable. Once they're through with the 11-week program, they know how to handle themselves in the kitchen.
I'm not a cook by trade, but this course did help me become more confident in my cooking skills, how to prep, how to cut.
You have all the equipment, the things that you don't have at home that can help you learn all these techniques.
The key to a really good French onion soup is caramelizing the onions.
We just got started, so we have 9 graduates, 7 are employed.
This was a stepping stone. I'm right now in school at Dominican University to become a registered dietitian.
I was actually hired before I graduated.
We're helping veterans and their families get back on their feet and create a good quality of life for them. So many of these veterans that we see, they leave a piece of themselves overseas, and it's hard for them to get back.
You get out into the world, and if you're not prepared correctly, mentally, emotionally, it can be devastating.
Food is comforting, and cooking is very therapeutic, and I recommend it for people to have PTSD or anything like that. Something that just distracts you from whatever mentally is bothering you or affecting you or emotionally.
Be around my veterans and, the camaraderie, sharing our stories and what we went through. We know how to communicate with each other and see eye to eye and understand.
These veterans have given so much. When you sign a contract for the military, it's up to, including giving your life for your country. You don't know what's going to happen, but because of what they did, we have the freedom to do what we do. If it wasn't for that freedom, there would be no Cafe Liberty. Are they all perfect? No. Do they all deserve a chance? Yes.
Welcome the Executive Director of Cafe Liberty, Dan Gibbons. Hi, Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Thank you.
Dan, thanks so much for what you're doing. Of course, your service, too. But I think you should talk to people about what it's like for vets coming back home and the struggles they face that people don't really realize.
What I'm finding is they face a multitude of problems. I talk to the counselors at Hines VA. There's just so many things that they deal with. First of all, are they going to be accepted? How do they pay their bills? I'm disabled. It takes them so long to get their counseling session. Now we're in school Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I have veterans come and say, I can't give up my counseling session, my PTSD session on Wednesday. Wow. You can't move it to Tuesdays? No. I waited so long to get it. So that's just a few of the barriers. Transportation is a barrier. Self-esteem is a barrier. Yeah. Admitting that you need help.
Right. And you're certainly helping these veterans. Why did you choose food and to go this route?
Well, years ago I was in an organization, Chicagoan Veteran Federation. We had a training kitchen called Oliver's Kitchen, and we trained parolees. And that's not that I'm a qualified chef instructor, but it was a vehicle, a short-term vehicle, a 12-week vehicle to get them employed so that they don't re-enter the system. Mm-hmm. So we chose culinary because, first of all, a space was available. Our board of directors said we need to do more than just provide food to the people that need it. Let's provide job training. Mm-hmm. Like we said in the piece, teach somebody to fish they can eat for a lifetime. So our board put together a 3-year strategic plan for job training, and within a year and a half, this space became available. Our funds became available, and we were able to do it starting this past January.
Mm-hmm. And once the folks go through the program, then what after that?
Well, in week 10, it's an 11-week program. In week 10, we're going to teach them how to interview.
Okay.
Eye contact, body language, etc. and we're going to line them up with interviews and send them out. So it's not like we forget them after 11 weeks. In that piece, you saw some of our graduates. Billy, who said that he hit the lottery, well, we hired him before he graduated. We do some catering to help sustain ourselves, and we've hired 2 of our own.
Oh, good.
And we do, like the piece said, we do have, of the 9 that have gone through, 7 are hired. 2 of them, actually 6 are hired, and 3 of them are having surgery, you know, just an injury that they sustained while they were overseas.
How does the food compare to, like, you know, restaurant food?
It's awesome. Our chef instructor, Chef Cheryl, was the head executive chef in charge of all the chef instructors at Le Cordon Bleu. So she wrote our curriculum, and she's our chef instructor. She knows her stuff.
Right, and you have a funny story about being in a restaurant, getting a little.
I wasn't in one of our students, one of our first graduating class, Patrick. Patrick's a Navy veteran, and now keep in mind, in week 5, they learn how to cook pasta, to make their own Alfredo sauce and their marinara sauce. Now this is week 5, okay? So week 6, he went to a restaurant after bowling with one of his buddies, and the waitress comes by and says, "Is there something wrong with your fettuccine Alfredo?" He goes, "No, it's good." She says, "You're not touching it. Should I get the manager?" He goes, "No, I'm fine." Well, she did go get the manager, and the manager came by and said, "Is something wrong?" And Patrick said, "Well, you know, if you would have reduced it, it would have made it a little thicker. So if you would have done the reduction process, it would have a more thicker sauce." And he looks at Patrick and says, "Are you a chef?" Patrick looks up and says, "Yes, yes, I am."
That's a cute story. Oh, thank you so much, Dan. And if you want more information on Dan Gibbons and the Chef Liberty program, head to our website, windycitylive.com. And if you know someone who should be our next 4-star Chicagoan, send us an email to wcl@windycitylive.com.